Safe guys, you're right. So this is my first video of my new what do you call it, like oh, I don't know what's called, it project. Yes. So go through all the elements that I've encountered with MS and talk to you about them all in as much depth as I can, really. So this is the first one. I'm going to talk about diagnosis. So when I got diagnosed and how it affected me. You might have seen on one of the other videos recently, but basically I worked in a school for SEPD kids, lads it was, so social economic behavioural difficulties boys, from the age of like 11 to 16 I think it was, or 15 maybe. But yeah, that was, I loved that job so much. It was the best thing in the world, teaching them guitar, drums, taking them on to exams as well to do like grading for it, and they all passed it, so I'm well happy, proud about that really. But yeah, one day we have to do this thing called restrain the child, right? If a kid's kicking off and breaking himself or other things or other people, it was our job to like restrain them and make sure they don't hurt other people or themselves, basically. So I was holding one of these lads on the floor, like a few of us did it, so like 3 or 4 of us teachers did it, holding down the floor, and yeah, until he calmed down. So I was holding down the floor, and my left arm went so tingly, it was like, oh god, I feel like I just backed my funny bone or something, like, oh bloody hell. That hurts. God, I was chewing and stuff, but I had to like get up and shake around and that and get rid of it, but it didn't get rid of it at all. So that carried on all day basically. So when I carried on the day and stuff, I kind of just ignored it as if like, oh, this will go tomorrow or next week or something. And it didn't go that whole night anyway. So I went back to school the next day with like a dead arm. It felt like a dead arm essentially. And it was like little tingles around my chest and back and stuff, but I don't know what it was. I was scared about it because I knew that like these kind of signals don't always point towards good things, you know. I was scared. I was really scared, but like, I was breathing fine and walking fine and myself. I was myself, so it was just a strange thing. But yeah, if you encounter like intense pins needles in one area of your body or something, or across your body or something like that, then definitely get it checked out. And this is my next point: get checked out by a specialist. So I went, first of all, I went to a doctor. He basically said, "Oh, you've got a trapped nerve in your back, Sam." Which I thought, like, I hope so, because that'd make it so much easier for myself, right? But I don't know where I would have got it. I don't know where I would have got it trapped, you know. But yeah, so yeah, so they gave me like a physio recommendation type thing. So I had to call them up and get some physio with them. That lasted about 5 or 6 weeks. This whole time I was like, my arm was just like the same, it didn't change at all. If anything, it went across my chest. I remember my chest becoming quite numb and stuff, to the touch. Look, my left arm was completely numb to touch, and yeah, yeah, it was really horrible to be fair. It was a very worrying time. And because I'm living at home with my mum and dad at that time, he passed away now by this point, but yeah, lived at home with mum and dad. And they basically said, like, Sam, we've got to try and take you somewhere like better healthcare, better doctor to talk to you with it. So they basically paid for me to go to the Spy Clinic, which is our local private healthcare clinic. And I went in there, and they specially said to me, like, I think basically, Sam, because obviously they had a scan of me, of my body, of my back and brain and shit, because that was like what I had to do beforehand with the specialist. So I got that done, and I walked into the office, and straight away he said to me, like, I think it might be MS, Sam. At which part I was like a sucker punch, if you like, what's that then? You know, I was so scared. And that basically explained to me it was like a nerve ending issue, basically, where my nerve endings, he described me as a bit of cable going into the wall, and then the cable that runs from the wall, it's like that being hacked at. So it's barely a cable anymore, do you know what I mean? That kind of thing. And also it's very dangerous, it could electrocute you and stuff at any point. So that made a bit of sense to me. So basically my nerve endings are just red raw, or they were at that point. So any little kind of thing can set it off into being an MS attack, apparently. And that's what that was, an MS attack. And it's just like, almost as he said it, like a lot of the rest of my body started to like be triggered by it, you know, go numb essentially, basically. So yeah, by the end of like those few weeks of being going to diagnosis and then coming back home after diagnosis and stuff and going to work for those next few days, it was very, very tough. Yeah, it's got more and more and more numb until the point, fast forward like 18 months or something, where I got so badly affected by this numbness that I couldn't even walk in straight. I couldn't even walk, let's say. Like I was limping like so badly, and couldn't even walk to work. I was really screwed, guys. And yeah, I had to call an ambulance to the house, and they picked me up and went to hospital. And yeah, I said to them that I think it's MS. Like, okay, so they put me on like a drip, basically, a saline drip, I think, is it, or I can't remember the exact. I'll try and find out some exact details for you guys, but a drip, basically put something back into my. I say it's saline, and also there was another thing they put into me, which basically just like kick up the bum, essentially. You know, steroids. It was a steroid drip. That's what it was. End of story. A steroid drip and saline drip. So steroids, all they do, as you might know or not know, is basically just pump something to your muscles, you know. So it basically like whatever felt like it was going numb was kicked back into life, like sparked back into life. I could feel my leg like quite well then, and just carried on my life. But it's never ever returned from that point, to be fair. So that was my first example. I did get affected from that first attack for another couple of years actually, so I was quite happy with that. But again, I've not been able to walk the same since. I can't run, I can't swim. There's loads of things I can't do anymore because my balance is completely gone, guys. And even if it's not gone, what you do is you question yourself, which is probably even worse, really. It gives you like an element of question to yourself of can I do it? And MS basically provided me the answer of, right now, no, you can't, you know. So yeah, that was a sucker punch, that was for me. But hopefully that helps you guys. If you've been diagnosed or about to be diagnosed or going to diagnose of something, you know what it is, just be aware that it's not, the diagnosis isn't the thing. It's not the thing, you know. You know, it's not nice at all. It's horrible, to be fair, but I just want to help you guys to not be so bogged down or scared by it, basically. MS, multiple sclerosis. Nice one, guys. Thank you. Safe. Sound.